Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, where Wednesdays we feature Wednesday with the band, and want to welcome you to the show today. Hope you're having a great day out there. Don't forget that little share button. Hit the share button. Also hit the bell icon to subscribe to all our programming here at Hall Around Town Radio. Well, today is something a little different. Normally we feature a band on Wednesdays. We talk to them. We chat about their background and such, but I'm going to bring you a new service today. Somebody that's out there starting and kicking off a great new business called Great Wave Recording out of Cincinnati area, Ohio, east side Cincinnati. I'm going to bring Josh into the show. And if I say this right, Deitner, I everybody probably messes it up. But welcome to the program, Josh. Good to have you.
Hi, Scott. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, you got a new project going, and really sounds exciting for the local music community, and a chance for some folks to do a little recording with you. So let's talk about this Great Wave recording studio that you have built, and basically had a birthday a week ago, right?
Yeah, just over the weekend, officially open for business.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me a little bit about what you're going to offer to the local music community, Josh.
Sure. Well, it's a small boutique recording studio. It's well suited for singer-songwriters, kind of indie, jazz, great places for that. Really, anyone can bring their stuff in here. It's a great sounding little room. I have a lot of cool instruments. I had a band here over the weekend. The drummer liked the look of my drum set. He didn't bring his. It's a cool little spot. We got some great toys, and I'm looking forward to working with local acts.
So you're featuring some things that are a little different than some are doing, like you said, with the instrumentation and that. The bands don't have to do a lot of loading in and out at times, depending on what they want to do, obviously. But why did you decide in this day and age to open a recording studio? And what's your plan for this thing? What do you think is going to happen here?
Right. Well, the reason I opened it is because I wanted to.
Okay, that's a good point.
I've been a musician since musician, loosely. But I've been playing music since I was 6 years old. I've been in bands since I was 12. Playing church music since I was 10, maybe. Recording my own bands and my friends' bands as a teenager, and I went to school for music. Did an associate's degree in music recording, as well as a bachelor's in music after that. And at that point, I was, kind of cynical of my abilities to make a living in music. So it was also 2008, so there were no jobs. So I moved around, did some other work, and I'm kind of coming full circle to music here now that I have the ability to. Now that I have a little more faith in myself.
Well, it looks like a wonderful board behind you. Let's talk about some of the equipment that you'll provide and some of the abilities you'll have to help bands record, because there's a certain need for this. So many people, even if you just want to do a demo of some sort to put out there to get gigs around town and to be able to send a quality recording, so many people rely on Facebook and things like that, and it's all well and good, but I've noticed that the videos of bands sometimes are just horrible. People take them with their cell phones, or they're in their living room shooting a video, trying to get promotions to get gigs. And this is a good way to come in with some quality audio, obviously, with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's affordable enough to come in and do some demos. I actually have some local guys interested in doing some demos, which I warned them it's going to be pretty good sounding demos, because I'm I'm not producing with demos in mind. I'm producing the greatest stuff I can make.
Right.
But yeah, it's affordable enough to do demos. It's local. It's a great option.
And you said the favorite word of a musician, affordable.
Right. Well, I've always been a musician. I've never had any money. So
well, then you know why we like affordable. But let's get into, again, what's the process if somebody wants to come in and come into this Great Wave Recording and they want to do a let's say they want to do an EP. What's the process there to get you involved and get them involved with you?
they have to follow, and subscribe. I'm joking. They they send me an email, greatwaverecording@gmail.com. They can get a hold of me, DMs on social media, whatever they want. They can send me a text message, and we'll schedule something up. We like to schedule a meeting first, just something really informal. They can come by, they can have coffee, they can have a beer on the house, of course, at my place, and we talk about their project. And I'm really into kind of production and pre-production. I want to make sure they know what they're doing, and they know that they feel confident that they're ready, and I want to help with that as a musician myself. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty informal. I try to formalize it a little bit to be a proper business, but it's pretty informal. We keep it friendly.
Well, and also what I'm looking for here is, and I'd like everybody that may not know the steps it takes to record. How is that process done? Once you solidify, yeah, we're going to record this EP, and they come up with 5 or 6 songs or whatever that they want to have on there. How do you step by step through that process? Are you doing a lot of tracks? Are you doing it in a band setting with one take? Sometimes, what's the process for that in your studio?
So what I try to focus on is capturing a great performance and capturing the sound of this room. I mean, any project can kind of do whatever they want. I have the ability to do nearly unlimited tracks of people can overdub whatever they want, right? But I have a surprisingly good sounding room.
It's got a little natural reverb to it. I'm hearing that a little bit, and but yet it's got a good soft sound even on whatever you're using here to talk to us through.
I'm not using anything to talk to you through. So I'll tell you a quick little story. The band I had come in over the weekend. So I'm still putting up trim. I don't know if you can notice here, but there's still spackling on the trim, the window trim behind me. I just put that up last night. I'm still building the lounge outside the room here with the fridge and chairs and stuff. And so the band coming in on Sunday, they knew it was the first session for here, and they were prepared to be pretty patient with me. But I was still building acoustic panels, and I was really concerned that with a room this small, you're going to get these flutter echoes and all that stuff. And I had a couple built. You track the drums, and they sounded great. I was really pleasantly surprised. Even if I had to treat the room extensively, I would still want to focus on capturing great performances as live as possible, getting that live feel, and getting this out of the room.
Gotcha. Well, we're having, I'm going to say one thing, Josh, here. We're having some sort of Facebook issue today. Again, Facebook's been very dicey since they had their crash and burn the other day. So our live viewership right now seems to be like not getting notified. So we'll keep this up. For those of you watching, you're going to be watching after the fact. If you want to drop a comment for Josh or a question, please do, and he'll be following this and he'll share it on his pages and things. But certainly drop a comment and ask him anything you want, and he'll be glad to answer that, or I'll be glad to help you facilitate that a little bit. Because we want people to see this, and we want people to know that this is available to them. Now, you're located in the east side of Cincinnati, okay? You said Anderson Township area, right?
Right.
And that's very easy to get to for most people in the Cincinnati, Dayton market, and that want to come down and we feature on our show, Josh, most of the time tri-state musicians, and it's all kind of a Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area, and Dayton area group of folks, and there's a lot of people out there that are always looking for affordable recording options, and I think this is a great service you're providing for people. And You've got future plans for it though. This is this right now is in a large room in a basement, right? That you've put together a large studio, which so many studios are. I mean,
It is. So I spent all summer building this. I kind of demolished the old 1970s finish, and I put a lot of layers of drywall and mineral wool and all kinds of stuff up to try to isolate a little bit. But yeah, it's a brand new room just for this purpose. Yeah, so to go back to the accessibility part, I am 5 minutes off of the 275. I'm just 5 minutes away from Kentucky. I'm an hour from Dayton, if not a little bit less. So it is pretty accessible. To get to your latter question, yeah, the plan is, hopefully to show that people like what I do. People are interested in what I have available, and I'd like to get into a large room in 3 years or so.
well, yeah, and I mean, obviously, it's going to grow. I'm sure it's going to grow. And the nice thing about this is you're to me taking the right approach. You're going to help the little guy, I think, and that's the thing that's so tough out there because the larger recording studios, they stay extremely busy. There's one that's close to me that I mean they've recorded some big national acts who come into town and sit there, but they're booked out for the next year, and if you have an idea or you want to do an EP or anything like that, most of the bands are ready to go right now. They want to get it done, and it sounds like you have the availability to get them in and get them in that process. If you had one bit of advice to any small up and coming local act about recording their own, like their own originals, what would it be?
Mm. It would be understand that you're going to get a better sounding recording if you are as prepared as possible. But you will compromise if you come in with the thinking that you're gonna just get the drums. If you spend 10 drum takes, you might get one good one, and then you can spend 10 guitar takes and get one good one, and you'll put a great recording together. And the truth is really just practice and rehearse as much as you can and get your tracks just right. The band I had over here on Sunday, I was really lucky to work with them. Fantastic electric duo, and they play together, I think, every single day. And they did everything. I don't know why they wanted to do 3 takes. They were nearly perfect in the first and second take. But that made it so easy and more enjoyable for them.
So come in polished, ready to go, and because you're gonna spend more money obviously in time in the studio if you're not ready to go, or if you've got somebody who wants to show up late or this or that. You know how bands are; it happens, and
Which is good for me.
yeah, which is okay for the business, but if you want to get the most bang for your buck, come into the studio ready to roll, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of a given, but once in a while you have to say something like that.
All right, well, let's throw out some techie terms here. Let's talk about the gear you have behind you real quick. What do you have there? What that big old board sitting there?
So the board is an Allen Heath GL4000. I believe it came out of a church in Indianapolis. I'm still in touch with the guy who got it to me. Great board. It's got all the preamps, so everything goes through the preamps on the console, then to the interface on the and over to the computer. You're seeing Tannoy SBMs behind me, just some old kind of studio monitors. I have some modest rack gear, but I kind of focus on analog stuff. I'm almost finished mixing the project that was in here on Sunday, and I haven't pulled up one VST plugin yet, which I'm pretty happy about. I will. I'm happier if I don't.
There you go. So really, it's kind of a grassroots type thing. You're taking the room, you're taking the sound and running it into that board and trying to keep from over processing too much, which so many songs today are over processed. I mean, you can hear it in the mix and that kind of thing. It sounds to me like you're more of a down to the earth, basic kind of guy who wants to make it perfect the first time, right?
Yeah. I want real stuff. I want the sound going through real stuff and not too many things, and really get the old school kind of sound. I can do an over processed, really polished pop song, and that's fun sometimes. It sure is. But no, I'm happy kind of going in the direction I am now.
Well, Josh, it sounds like I'm going to be out because you'd have to auto tune the crap out of me, man, to get to get something to sound good down there.
Well,
But you know, it does. But I do think there's a great market for this, and so many people out there who are looking for a place to record. And now, once they record and the finished product is done, do you have avenues to get those into a merch type situation if they want like hard copy CDs, things like that? Can you make that happen?
good question. So I don't personally make that happen. That's not part of my standard services, but I am familiar with the avenues getting there. I think it's preferable that they do it under their own name instead of having someone like me get that out there for them. But it's always a possibility. Yeah, I can help direct to those avenues to get the music distributed.
Right. Perfect. 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 Hi, Stacey McGuire. Thanks for joining us today on the live here. But yeah, the live viewership is like Facebook has done something to us again. But
Oh, come on.
it's
Oh,
it's it's normal, it's normal. It is. So if you're out there, guys, say hi and let Josh know you're on here. And also, if you're watching again after the fact, after we're live, please make sure you drop him a comment and check it out. Great Wave Recording. You can find him on social media at Great Wave Recording or Great Wave Recording at gmail.com. Send him an email if you want to go down and get a tour, right, Josh? You're open to have bands come down, take a peek at what you got.
absolutely. Visits are free.
And let's take one talk about the Battle of the Bands you were recently involved with, and you're going to have a band recording with you from that, right?
Yeah, so the winner of the Battle of the Bands at the Anderson Township Homerama. Actually, we were told to say Battle of the Bands powered by Duke Energy. Um,
Shameless plug.
yep. The winner. So the unexpected winner, was the last band of the evening called Desolate out of Xenia. Great hard rock band.
Yeah.
We thought we had our winners from earlier in the day. We were like, this other band is great. And they came in rolling their Marshall half stacks in, and and we were like, oh, we're gonna get screamed at for a half hour. And I was moved to like, I was feeling emotional hearing this stuff. I got big Kurt Cobain vibes out of this guy's voice. They were awesome players. They sounded cool. They ended up.
They are a fantastic band. I mean, I would recommend Desolate to anybody, even if you're not a big hard rock fan, because the perfection of this band and the vocals are amazing. They really are. You'll be a fan when you're done, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I surprised myself. The judges were all unanimous. We said these guys are the winner. Anyway, so Great Wave sponsored or was one of the sponsors of the Battle of the Bands, and so Desolate gets to come in and record for a good solid day, and I'll throw in mixing and mastering after that.
Perfect. That's good, and that'll be great to hear also. So, do you, on your social media at Great Wave Recording, are there going to be anything up there where people can get like a little snapshot of what you got going on in the studio? You can put some pictures up or videos or any of
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. So I post photos kind of as I do stuff. I try not to stage too much, fake stuff. So as I'm working, I'm kind of taking photos of stuff I think should be interesting or is interesting to me. Um, so I'm kind of a newbie at social media videos, and of course, it's important as a recording studio to have good audio on those videos, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You don't want to do a bad audio video for a studio ever.
Right. So I'm still working out. I got a cable adapter in the mail coming to help me put some good audio onto the videos I'm making, and yeah, you'll see more videos out of me. You'll see as I do more work with folks, you'll see more clips on the social media.
Well, perfect. And you never know. Maybe we'll get down and do a little tour of your studio as well. We can do some video look around and that kind of thing. And I'd
Yeah.
love to see it. And I'd love to know what you have to offer a little more. And guys, this is supporting local. That's what we do here at All Around Town Radio. We're trying to support local. And this is a local recording studio. This is not a franchise chain or across the country type deal that you're going to pay and wait weeks and months for your product. Josh has a new concept, and I think it's great here. These are popping up across the country, and it's amazing now when you see people that are winning Grammys that recorded their song in their bedroom. That that you don't have to go to some big corporate studio and have it done. You can actually have somebody like Josh who's into the perfection and making it work, and you can hit that home run. And I think that's a good thing, and look forward to seeing a lot more from you, Josh. Anything else you want to share with everybody out there about the studio before we let you go today?
Thanks, Scott. No, not really. I'd just love to meet anyone who's even vaguely interested. I'd love to talk about your project and what I can do to support local myself.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's Great Wave Recording. It's located on the east side of Cincinnati in Anderson Township. Find them on social media at Great Wave Recording and also greatwaverecording@gmail.com. It's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Josh, can't thank you enough for being with us today. And we'll get this shared out and hopefully get some viewers here. The live viewership, Facebook has crashed today, apparently. So we'll hopefully get there. Normally, we'd have a whole lot more than 2 or 3 today that we've had, but it's at 10 a.m. also. So, musicians aren't out of bed yet. They'll be watching this about 4 in the afternoon. That's how that works.
That's a go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today for Wednesday with the band, Josh. I look forward to it. And again, guys, follow them on social media. Hit that little like button on them and subscribe to our programming, if you will. Hit that bell icon and subscribe so you know when we go live as well. Josh, thanks, man.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you Oh, let me get back here and do this the right way. There we go. All right. We will be with you tomorrow with Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio. And Who's Playing Out featuring the best musicians in the tri-state where they're playing. You can plan your weekend of live local music with us tomorrow at 5 o'clock live here on All Around Town Radio. Thanks for watching, folks. We appreciate you. We'll be back with you tomorrow. See you real soon.